So we have a sneak peek for the Checkerbot version 2. So for those who are big copy traders, I know there's a lot of you guys love the copy traders and love the degen Checkerbot. It has been performing pretty well for people since its launch. And Raf has been very busy in the background making version 2, very close to finishing version 2. And he tells me that there will be a testing version available probably later this week, a testing version for some select people in the premium channel to test. So keep an eye out for that when it comes available for you guys to test. But I've been testing over the last 24 hours and it's been interesting to check out these new features. And it's already a great bot. Now these new features are going to make it an absolute game changer, in my opinion. So I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. So the batch size currently is increased to 80 wallets. It will be 100 before the public release. So you'll be able to batch scan 100 wallets at a time, which is going to be fantastic. There is an enhanced back end, so it'll be a lot faster for checking and returning results, except for legacy mode. So there is a legacy mode. There's a new settings menu. So we'll go through this and I'll go do some examples for you so you get an idea. Trading period, there's a trading period setting from the current date, 7 days, 14 days, and 30 days. So you can select the trading period that you want results from the wallets that you want to get from your reports. All of these trading periods use the enhanced backend, so it should be much faster. Legacy mode still relies on the last 1,000 transactions fetched directly from the blockchain, so it is slower and limited compared to this new version. Batch scans filters with toggle button. So there's a new batch scan filter. You can now apply any of the advanced vault filters to your batch scan checks. Wallets that don't meet your criteria will be skipped. So this is a great new feature, and I'll give you a demo in a second. Auto contract checks. With one click, you can now automatically scan contract checks. So if you do scan a contract, you can get wallet results directly into the Checkerbot now, instead of opening up a spreadsheet and getting details from your spreadsheets. So now you can also, this is not a new feature, but one that maybe you don't know about. Choose the number of top traders you want to receive from a contract check. So when you do a contract check, you do /CA and you paste in the contract or the token. And then at the end of that, you can paste in the number of the top traders that you want. So if we put the number 80 at the end of the contract, you'll get the top 80 traders from that particular token. So we're going to jump in and have a look at how things work in the new bot. So here we've got the settings, which will come up in the menu, and you can choose 7, 14, 30 days. You can turn the batch filters on, and if you select batch settings, you can create your batch settings much like you would do with the vault. So let's just jump in anyway and have a look at the new version for the degen wallet checker. And we'll just hit start. So the new menu has settings in there now. So if you jump over to settings, you'll see we have the choice between 7 days, 14 days, and 30 days trading period for scanning your wallets, and also the old legacy mode. So we don't really want to worry about the legacy mode. We just want to select what trading period. So let's do 14 days trading period. Do a test with that one. Here you got batch filters. Now red, but obviously red means it's turned off, green means it's turned on, and your batch settings are much like the vault settings that you would search the vault for. So these settings will color wallets that don't meet this criteria when you do batch scans. So we'll do a batch scan and we'll show you how that works. I've got some pretty standard settings that I normally use. I've opened them up a little bit in order to try and get a few more results for the purpose of this live stream anyway. What you'll find was when you set these batch scan settings and do your batch scans, you're not going to get many wallets depending on the filters that you set. But that's the point, you know, you're not going to waste time going through tens of hundreds of wallets to try and find the best wallet. This result, when you batch scan, is going to give you the wallets straight away that you want. So you might find that some batch scans return 0 results, but that's all right. You just got to batch scan 3, 4, 5 contracts and get a handful of wallets that you're interested in. So let's go through and do a batch scan with those settings. Now, what I normally would do with batch scans, I'd go find a contract. Now, I used to do that on the June Pump Fund dashboard, but obviously that's no good anymore because it's not returning any results. So we've got to wait for a new dashboard for Pump Fund to come back. There's other options as well in the premium calls here. The premium channel, we've got the ability to return the latest and greatest calls from the channel. So what I would do if I was doing this on a daily basis, I would do GA24, and that would give me the best results for the last 24 hours. So we can do a test with that and see how we go. But because they're quite fresh, these tokens, it may be better we do something coming from a full week of trading. So let's just have a look at this one. This is the number 1 token there. Flatulence. So we just grab that contract on Flatulence right there, copy that contract, and then we jump back into Raf. Is definitely a wizard. Definitely a wizard. A wizard in disguise. If we jump over to Degen Wallet Checker, now we just want to, I want to get, because currently the batch scan is set to 80 at a limit for testing purposes. It will be 100 once it is launched, but I'm just going to scan this contract and get the top 80 traders so I can instantly batch scan those traders. So you'll see. So that worked very, very quickly, and this is part of the update. You can now analyze these top traders directly here within the bot. So you would download the Excel spreadsheet, you would copy those wallets and then paste them back in here to the Degen Checkerbot. But now you can just analyze those wallets straight away, and it'll be very, very quick to analyze those wallets. Now there may be, like I said, depending on your filters for your batch scans. What's that doing up? Depending on your filters for your batch scans, you may not get a lot of results. So if you find when you do get your hands on this new version that you're not getting many results, try and open up your filters a little bit to try and get more results, so you can manually check some of those wallets that might be just on the fringe of your filters. So we're just going to wait for that to finish doing its analysis. We haven't had any results come through yet. So once the analyzer does find, there you go, does find results, it will pop those wallets out. But we see we have submitted 80 wallets, 79 excluded, 1 failed. So that one didn't work out. But what we're doing is we're trying to save time, and it does definitely work in terms of time saving and just getting the wallets that you're more interested in. So let's just try and do a 7-day and see if we can find a contract that might return some results for us. I have been testing this. I've found a handful of wallets. The first wallet that I did test, I got some great results for in TradeWiz, which I'll show you in a second. Swasticoin, oh my goodness. So let's just do a quick scan of Swasticoin. And if this doesn't come back with anything, we'll double check our filters, and we'll try and open up the filters a little bit to get more results. And this is just the way it's going to be, because there you go, didn't find anything for us in that regards. So let's just jump back in. Jump back into the batch scan settings and just have a quick look at that. Let's go 7 days now. And 7 days might be more optimal. So 50%, 85, 1 to 1,000, 30% ROI to 500%. Trading period 3 to 50 days. Total trades 7 to 1,000, minimum average. Snipes 20%, average buys per day 2 to 20. Sold more percentage 20%. Median market cap 15K. Let's change that to 10K. Let's try that and 7 days, and we'll give that a whirl and see how that comes back. Let's try another one of these ones. Fork. Fork. So you can see how fast it analyzes the wallets or the contract. Literally 1 to 2 seconds, it's got the report available, and then you can just analyze the traders and bring back wallets that meet your criteria. Now, Raf says there is a lot more to come when it comes to DGen Checkerbot version 2. I'm just giving you a sneak peek of what's available right now, but there is more to come. Let's jump over, grab another one. Cuban. Okay, that's come through. Let's try Cuban. So I imagine with the volume the way it is at the moment, there's not a lot of good wallets out there at the moment, so very, very hard to come by. The test that I've run recently, I got a handful of wallets. This one came through from one of my contracts that I scanned. Now you can go through and scan so many contracts at the moment with this, the way this works. So there's no limit to the amount of contracts that you can scan. Just keep going through until you find a hit. Doesn't matter. You don't want a lot of wallets to get hit. You just want the ones that really meet your criteria. This one here met my criteria yesterday from one of the contracts, and I had some great success with this wallet yesterday. So let's analyze that one from Cuban, I think it was. So yeah, not getting a lot of luck there. I must have something wrong with my settings. So let's just open that up a little bit. Let's grab another one. Baby shark. Ooh. So as you can see, this would take a lot of hours if I was doing this in the previous method. It's just the way things work with these wallet hunting bots. And this is no exception. Raf's really improved this to save a lot of time. We can go through so many contracts and just find those specific wallets that meet our range. see. Yeah, a lot of volume has left Solana, so it's going to be a lot harder to find good wallets, but this is going to make it a lot easier in that respect, because we can just go through and just scan contract after contract. Flatulence didn't give us anything. DGC. Let's try that one. So yeah, a lot of wallets are moving over to Binance, so makes it challenging, but this is definitely going to make things a lot easier to find. There you go, we got one. Still scanning, so this one has a balance. I've got another one. So we have great trade distribution feature that's fairly new. It can tell us fairly quickly whether we want to have a further look at this particular wallet, but I think I'd love to look at that report anyway. If any of these wallets do look good, I will share them on the premium channel for you guys, so you can do more research. If they don't look any good, if I do look at the reports and they don't look any good, then I won't worry about it. But those two wallets met the criteria, so I got 2 processed there and 78 excluded. So this is a huge time saver. We can scan contract after contract, and you don't have to put just 80 top traders. There will be a limit of 100. So when we do go live with it, there will be a limit of 100 top traders that you can get. So you will literally be scanning thousands of traders within the space of minutes, and probably get between 5 and 10 wallets fairly quickly. So, but it's always a good idea to make sure you do your manual checks on these wallets. This is how that feature works in terms of scanning and batch scanning the top traders literally within seconds of each other. So those are the new settings. Jump into the settings side of things. So when you do get your hands on this, you can choose 7 days, 14 days, or 30 days, and change your batch settings, turn your batch filters on, and Bob's your uncle. You'll be able to start scanning contracts and getting hundreds of thousands of traders literally within minutes, and you'll have great wallets. Now, I had that wallet came through yesterday. One particular wallet I added to TradeWiz that I thought was pretty good. First trade, I just went straight in with 0.05, didn't muck around. I didn't do any testing because not a lot of wallets are active at the moment, so I'm just going straight in and got me 700%. So that was a fantastic first trade from that wallet that I pulled from the new batch scans, 80 batch scans. So that is fantastic. Fantastic work by Raf. The link to the Checkerbot version 1 is in the description of the video. So make sure you jump onto that and get onto the premium channel to get an eye out, or keep an eye out when version 2 becomes available, because that will be coming online this week for people to test the version 2. So those are the interesting new features for the DGen Checkerbot. Auto contract checks. So once you do your contract checks, just quickly scan those wallets and batch scan those wallets. The batch filters are going to be a game changer, a time saver, which will be awesome, especially when the volume returns. So do not fade hunting for wallets and doing copy trading. And oh no, looks like my stream is slowing down. Hopefully that doesn't die. The new trading period feature, which is great. Enhanced backend, which speeds things up, as you saw 80 wallets being tested and being scanned, all happen very fast. So fantastic work from Raf thanks Raf, big pat on the back. Make sure you give some love to Raf for the work that he's put in a lot of work, and that test version should be out for premium members sometime this week. My DeFi life,